Hello, welcome back to the final week of the Lullaby Garden Quilt Along. I have just had so much fun with this quilt along. I have loved seeing your progress in the Facebook group, sewing with you, seeing people discovering English paper piecing for the first time. This has been so much fun. And so today is actually going to be a really short video. It's pretty straightforward. We are just assembling our quilt tops. So we should have all of our blocks made if you're following along with the schedule. If not, no worries. All of your blocks will be made and we're going to just be assembling them into either the baby size or the throw size quilt. The directions that I have in the pattern are slightly different than what I'm going to show you here. So that's kind of why I wanted to do this, this little tutorial. If you follow the steps in the pattern, totally fine. It's going to get you the same result. But I have a little trick that I do that's a little bit wordy to put into a pattern. So I'm going to show you. I have a design wall over here in my sewing area. I'm going to turn the camera over there. It's not the best angle, but I'm going to bring you over there so I can show you how my quilt's laid out and show you a little trick on how I put my blocks together. So let's get started. Okay, so this is, and I apologize, not the very best angle, but this is my design wall, and I wanted to bring you over here so I could show you just how I have the quilt laid out. If you are interested, I do have a link to the design wall in the show notes below, but it is 1000% not necessary to have one. If you don't have the space or you don't have one, laying your quilt blocks out on the floor, on a bed, works perfectly. You just want to make sure that you have a space where you can see and visualize your whole quilt. So for me, doing the scrappy version, it really helps to kind of get the color variation separated, so you don't have all your darks or all your lights or all your blues in one spot. It also helps with, even if you're doing the yardage version, you want to make sure that all of your hexy flowers are facing the same way. And so what I mean by that is you can see the tops of these hexagons are parallel to the tops of the block. If you have it rotated, it looks a little bit different. And if you go ahead and you've done it already and it looks that way, that's totally fine. I just think it looks a little bit neater if you have them all facing the same way. Okay, so once you have it all laid out, and this is how I think it's going to be. My 4-year-old has decided this is going to be for her, so she kind of helped me lay it out. But you can always change it as you go. So let me show you what this is a little different than how I have done in the directions. In the directions I have, you would sew full rows together, and then you'll sew one long seam. I hate sewing long seams. I think it's so hard to match up points. The fewer long seams I can do, the better. And so how I kind of put my quilts together, which is a little bit more complicated to put into writing, so for the sake of simplicity, I didn't put this in the pattern, but since I have the way to show you here in this tutorial, this is how I actually do it. I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to sew this block to this block, and this block to this block. And when I sew them together, then I'm going to sew these 4 blocks together. I'll do the same over here, and then I'll add these 2 together. And then I'll do these 2 together and add them, and then I have 2 rows already assembled without ever having to do a long seam. And I'll do that the same here and the same here, and then that eliminates most of the long seams, and I'll just have to do a few long ones at the end. So let me show you what I mean. Okay, so I just went over to my machine and I took the blocks in each of these 2 rows and I sewed them one on top of each other to make these little like pairs of blocks. And so put it up here. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to sew these seams here. So I'm going to do these together, and when this one is done, I'll sew this one to this one. And so I did it here just to show you this is like the 4 square block. First I sewed top and bottom, and then I sewed these 2 together. I find it much more manageable to do it this way, especially for like matching up these seams here. But this is just one way of doing it, and I just wanted you to have that option. If you prefer to sew the long seams either this way or this way, that's totally your preference. It may even help you maybe keep it more organized to do it that way. But this is how I do it, and I just wanted to show you so that you would have the option to decide for yourself so that you could finish your quilts. Okay, so once my quilt is done, I will share my final pictures either in the Facebook group for sure, but in the email as well as on social media. But I would absolutely love it if I could see your photos as well. So whether or not you're in the Facebook group or you're on Instagram or you just want to send me an email, please share with me what you've made. This is my absolute favorite part of what I do. And so please, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out, but it has been such a joy sewing with you. Thank you so much.